Well, this is a little bit of a follow-up. I had a request from a couple people on how to get these things to work. And take this thing apart and go through the whole thing piece by piece and explain to you how you can get this thing to work most efficiently. First thing you want to do is get on Amazon and buy one of these. It's a push to connect fittings. And they come in a kit like this. I don't know what I paid for it. It wasn't very expensive. Well worth it. So you got various fittings. You got T fittings. You got these 1-into-2s. You got union fittings. So you want to get that first. And you might have to buy some clear tubing like this, which you can get at any hardware store. So the way this works is right in here is a solenoid, which is a electric valve actually. So the air comes in here, goes over to this side. It has to go, if you get these backwards, it will not work. The air only flows one way. So the air all comes in here. Then when it comes out the other side, it goes into a T. One goes down into this clear tube, which I drilled a hole in the bottom of the cabinet. That goes down to the little regulator that comes with the unit that actually runs the agitator in the tank. The way it's originally set up is when you hook up the hose, it starts pumping air right away into the tank, which if you're not using the unit, it's just pumping air. So I actually rigged this up so it's on the air valve. So from there, that goes to that agitator regulator. Let me get this out of there. I've got another one here that goes to this very first gauge. And let's see here. I'm going through this as we talk. Got this tiny little one here. Now this fitting actually comes with the unit. That goes to a T, which feeds the other two units. So as you look at this, what you'll see is everything goes through this valve. That's the main thing, is when that valve is open, air flows to everything in here, including the agitator, all that stuff. So it's all plumbed together. And I actually put a couple extra T's in here to make sure this all works. But all these ones with the small, I guess this would be like an 1/8" hose, those fittings come with the unit. I think I just added one T fitting in here to get this to work. So that's pretty simple. In a way, you almost have to, just look at the thing and just make sure everything flows through this valve. So when you untrigger, the air stops everywhere in here. And the only thing I really added extra is I added this extra fitting. And like I say, I just drilled a 5/16 hole in the bottom of the cabinet and stuck it right through there. So this is something I put in extra, just so that it doesn't keep pumping air into the tank. So let me get this put back together, and then we'll talk about how you can use other things rather than this large tank for distributing your powder. So here's one of the other units that came out. This is actually a canister of clear. I got this at the thrift store. It's just a kitchen storage thing. I don't know what it is. I took a piece of PVC, and just as you can see, I just taped the hose alongside it. This is the agitator, and all it does is blow air into the powder to mix it up. And then this fitting here is just a standard PVC fitting that I stuck on here. It's not even glued or anything. You can just simply pull this thing out. This sticks on the end. You can use a rubber fitting here if you want. All it has to do is stick on there like that. And then I put a splice in this agitator hose so I can do this. There. So now I can regulate the agitation. And this just fits in any receptacle like this. So it just fits in there, and you can draw the fluid up. If you get on YouTube, there's a bunch of people that have made these things, and they have different designs, and they all work just fine. So you don't have to use this idea. So that's really pretty simple. Instead of using the big tank, you can draw out some of these, or you can even make a small one like this that pulls out of these. So it can just be a miniature of what I just did there. And then I got this one, which I purchased. This was like 80 bucks or so. And here again, this just fits right in here, like that. So this is for, you know, I use like chrome and different things like that, and it's got the agitator fitting down here, so pretty straightforward stuff. And there's also a lot of information on YouTube. Different people use different settings, and just use that as a starting point and go from there. So hopefully this will kind of help you a little bit as far as how to do the plumbing. Once you get the plumbing done, the rest of this actually is pretty straightforward. So I'll try to answer any comments that you have best I can, but I just know the unit's really been working well, and I'm 100% satisfied with it now. And I was not initially, so this is a good way to go.